The solutions are always happening on this formula.
131.
And every single person in the company has a job to do. And they know what it is and they sign for it. So you have position number I, videographer, video guy.
Yeah.
Then you have edits, right? And then you have this one that is automation.
And meta ads.
Automation ads.
No, those are two different people.
Let's
Okay.
put it on the same one. It doesn't really matter what the positions are. This is the thing that you're missing. What are the responsibilities of that guy? Record.
Upload the footage, name each footage, and put it into the files in the Google Drive, and send to the video editor.
Right? Send to it. What else does he do?
That's all he does.
Video ideas.
Yeah.
Right?
He corrects the videos, like cuts the empty silences.
Does he know this? Or are you assuming he should know that? The reality is that all of this, it's in your head. You haven't made him sign for it. It's in your head and you're expecting him to know what's in your head. Let's go to the editor. What is the editor supposed to do?
He takes the footage,
Okay.
reads the script, and edits the video based on the script.
Script to video.
He adds music, color correction, cuts the pauses, also helps with like making the video more interesting if the video is flat or boring.
Now, where does he get this information from? How does he know if it's boring? How does he know if that's something that works for that client? So how does your editor knows how to put my character into that video?
Because I give them in Notion.
Look at what you said. I give them.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you need them? See, these are people that are supposed to be trained on how to acknowledge what's on the video to come up with how the personality of the client is. So instead of I tell them how, that's why they call you. Because when this guy says, I need to get video ideas, your answer is, I can help with that. Now, I'm gonna actually do one of your meetings. Guys, if you ever have any questions about anything that we're doing with this project, just give me a call. I'm available at any time. Which means you told them to call you. Now you're reaching, they call you. You created it, right? Automation and ads. Why do I put them together? Because ads become animated. They need the automation part, so where the contact directs, it goes through the funnel, and then the funnels are being answered, call them, you can call your guys, say, hey motherfucker, you're not calling nobody. Well, these guys gotta have responsibilities. But this is the thing, you give them the responsibilities, and instead of them signing, you sign. For me, that's a contract that I do with people. This is what I expect from you. Right? This is what I'm expecting from you. Fucking get it done. My SOPs is about 36 line items for almost every position in the company. Secretaries gotta clean on Fridays, they gotta do the P&Ls, they gotta do paychecks, they gotta do this, they gotta do that. Every single one of them has a role. These are roles and responsibilities that I'm giving them. This is why I'm hiring. If I'm hiring you to tell you how to do your job, then why am I hiring you? Do I need to hire my social media team to tell you how to do social media?
No.
Then why are you hiring people that you gotta tell them what to do if that's what they do? Because you haven't given them roles. And every meeting, guys, I'm the owner, like you guys can call me anytime. Fuck that. These motherfuckers can't call me until they went through Nelly, the project manager, the office, and the fucking people on field. My field people have to talk to the PM. My PM decides if it's a conversation for the office or for Nelly. Then once he gets to the office, they're like, no, this is about my pay grade, let's pass it to Nelly. And Nelly does not give me the conversation or the phone number until it's absolutely necessary that I get involved. See the channel that it has to go through?
Yeah.
I created the channels. It's just like a funnel. See, for us in NFC development, this is how they get to me. Okay? For them to get to me, this is how it has to happen. First, we have a problem. Or we have a question. Whatever the fuck that is. Okay? That's point number one. That's the first thing. We have a problem. The house is gonna fall down. Well, immediately we transfer to step number 3. 3 solutions. First solution, add a beam. Solution number 2, structural engineer. Number 3, hold it with 2x4s. Right? That's 3 ideas. Whoever encountered the problem has to think about 3 ideas. And the final step is to choose one of them and present to proper person. So this is how this happened. My crew lead had a problem. Okay, crew lead, videographer, added AI, whatever. He come out with 3 ideas, figure out which one it works, and communicate it to PM. My project manager will talk with office or head office, meaning with Nelly. Nelly's gonna figure out if fixing it fits in the budget that we have or if we have to create a change order. Let's say we have to create a change order. She will communicate to CEO. So all of this has to happen before I get a phone call.
I love that.
Right, so it's a 1-3-1. 1 problem, 3 solutions, 1 that you picked. Why am I saying to my crew leader, give me a decision? You're the one in the fucking job.
You're the one
likely
seeing
he's
the
going to
things.
pick this one. What I want to know is that between the entire crew, 4 people, they can come up with the best solution for the business to solve the problem. Right now, this sounds very easy, but it's not. It's repetition. So as you're hiring people, and these are their ideas, we also have a contract. I can show you my employee's contract. Every position has a different contract. Why? Because they have different responsibilities, different parts of the job. And how can I make you accountable if I don't know what your responsibilities are? How can I make you accountable for making a fucked up video if I never made it that you have to make the right video? How? Oh man, you should have talked to me. That goes to the phone call.
Yeah,
The
and it
stupid
was so much time.
Stupid questions. Why? Because they didn't do that. You did not allow them to think on their own.
What when there's sometimes like, let's say we're working on a project and then they get another idea and they want to go to another project and then they don't finish the project they were working on?
Well, I always have a process for that. See, this is how we systemize it. Any project that is ahead has to happen once this is completed and reported. So my team has to report all the time. So they don't get to move to anything before they get to me. See, I don't respond to those calls because I have the proper people in line to handle the issue before it happens. So for example, your editor can actually help with the videographer because these 2 work together.
Yes.
Your automation can work with your ads.
Which they
because
do.
those 2 are always working together. You see how I put them in one? I didn't create multiple positions. It's one position separated in 2. Why? Because I make them call each other. The fuck are you calling me? I'm not the automation person.
Yeah.
Call it. And the automation person, I don't know how to put this up. Well, call the fucking ad person. What are you calling me for?
Yeah, for example, the video editor was texting me yesterday, like, to keep everything on track on Notion, like what videos we posted, which one we edit, so we're like on track of the payments and stuff. And I was like, talk to the automation girl, because she's the one who made the Notion, not me. Like, I don't know if I fucking know.
I'm calling you because in all the meetings you guys have, you said, hey guys.
No, I try not to do that.
Well, you try not to, but you still do it. See, trying and doing it is a different thing. Trying means we stopped.
Okay.
That means now it's an action.
Yeah.
See, try to pick it up and walk away. That's not trying. Trying is actually
not doing
trying.
it.
I'm actually doing it.
Yeah.
Right? So you're either doing or
Or
you're
you're not. Yeah. That's
Simple.
it.
That's I hate when we're trying really hard, not hard enough, because it's not done yet.
Yeah.
Don't give me I'm going to try. Give me solutions.
Yeah.
Give me the 3. I analyze what works on the work and then we'll make changes to that as well. Right? So we consistently moving, but one thing is for certain. I'm the last person. I'm only the first when I look at reports. Every week I look at reports. I want to see how the bank accounts are doing. I want to know how the projects are doing. So PM has to write reports. She gets it. I get it with pictures. Boom. The report is good to go. Sent to client every Friday. If it's not good, I say, wait, why don't we have pictures? I tell her. She'll tell him. He will come to them and say, take me pictures of this, and that. See, the communication is always happening unilateral. The solutions are always happening on this formula.
131.
And every single person in the company has a job to do. And they know what it is and they sign for it.
Yeah.
Period. See, I don't answer stupid phone calls because I don't allow them to have stupid questions. Don't call me with questions. Call me with solutions. If all you want to call me is for questions, then are you the right person for the job?
Yeah.
If you call me to ask me what video we should make tomorrow, I want to ask myself, and did I hire the right person? Because I don't have that creative part that you have. Now you want me to build a house that looks badass, I have creative for that. Right? That's where I come in. But if you ask me for social media, I'm not gonna know. Why? Because I don't do what you do. I do what I do.
Yeah.
I'm here to do one job, you're here to do a different job. I make every fucking person accountable. Every single one of the members of the company has accountability. Subcontractors, same thing. They sign a contract. If they have a problem, they better be giving me a solution. They're the pro that I hire, and it'll fit somewhere in here. Most of the time, my crew leader will receive the information from a sub. If he can handle that answer right then and there, he will handle it. If not, he'll pass it to here. If this person can handle it, he'll pass it to here. And if they believe that I need to get involved, then they'll pass it to here. That's if that. Most of the time, the solutions happen right here.
Yeah.
I
Project
train
manager
position
and the
I'm
head
training
office.
now.
Yep.
So that's how I manage that part. So when you're saying, I need to get better at these phone calls. No, you need to get better at making them accountable for those phone calls. And if they're scared, then they're scared. I can help how people want to feel for how I talk, right? I'll be more scary if it was a Halloween costume, right? I'm not trying to be scary. I'm trying to run a business.
Yeah, you're trying to handle business, and that's what I told them in call. I'm like, I'm responsible for all of you. All of you are older than me and have children. I don't, so it's a lot of pressure on me, right? And my mentor was telling me, like, Valentina, you're so sweet and empath, but you don't gotta take ownership for feeling responsible for their life.
People fire themselves when they don't do their fucking job. I don't fire them. You're just not doing what I'm paying you for. It's replacements for me, so it's replacements for them. I can replace you and you can replace me. That's what I do now. Now I don't wait for the problem to come to me. I become proactive by creating solutions to problems that have not appeared yet. It's solutions that I have literally on my head or on my systems for problems I have never encountered. But I know that those problems are a possibility. Okay, so because they're a possibility, then I have possible solutions for it, right? It's problems that as a contractor, I have never encountered, that other contractors encounter all the time. And I don't know where to blame that at. It's either because I run a company with systems process that we always work the same way and I'm not trying to fuck anybody in the process. Or it could be that I analyze my customers well and I'm able to walk away before they become into the nightmare customer. Regardless of what it is, it's based on a system. So I spend most of my time as a CEO generating systems instead of creating excuses. So when you say why I need to avoid being on the phone call for all of this, I promise you, if I was in one of your meetings, you will say at least once through the meeting, guys, but if you have a problem, I'm always available 24/7. That's what most people that complain about phone calls say, right? So I'm not saying that to put you down. I'm saying that just for you to understand that you are the one creating the problem. You're the boss. You're the one that creates the systems. If you don't have any systems, it's still your fault, right? So that's all it is. Create a system, put it in play. Whoever doesn't want to play gets out.